Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 27 of the State of the Day podcast. Today, we are recapping the Falcons' first round. What a first round it was for the Atlanta Falcons. Uh, we already know what happened at pick 15. Their guy dropped to them right in their laps. Jalen Walker, the edge rusher out of Georgia, 12 and a half sacks and 19 tackles for losses over 43 games. The best linebacker in college football. He won a national championship while at Georgia. He fell down to 15. Falcons easily scooped him up. They fielded the calls for trades. Nothing they liked, so they went out and they got him. He was not projected to fall out of the top 10. That's what I think is crazy to me. I think it's insane that he fell out of the top 10. I think that everyone was under the impression that Carolina was going to pick him, New Orleans was going to pick him, Chicago was going to pick him. Instead, nobody picked an edge rusher from Abdul Carter. I think someone picked Shamar Stewart, if I'm not mistaken. But that's really it. And that's actually kind of insane because when you look at who the best players available were, Jalen Walker was on that list for a majority of that time, but he falls right into the lap of the Atlanta Falcons. Um, I do think that him suffering his thigh injury right before the pro day really hindered his draft stock. But I didn't think it was gonna make that big of an effect to where he fell 7 picks. He tumbled like what we thought. Um, that one guy off draft day was going to, and then the Falcons make a trade. They make a draft day trade back into the first round. The first time they've done that since 2019. We picked up Chris Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry in the first round. They traded away their second round pick number 242, and then their first rounder next year for pick 26 this year and 101. That seems like a lot, but think about it this way. If the Falcons don't make the playoffs this year, if the Falcons don't start off hot this year, if we start off like we did in 2020 going 0-5, Terry Fontenot is no longer the general manager of the Atlanta Falcons. Therefore, he doesn't give a fuck about the first round pick next year because if he's not here for it, he doesn't get to use it. So, because he doesn't get to use it if he doesn't win, he's going to try everything he can to win this year and worry about next year when next year comes, if he makes it next year. So, by trading that first round pick, by trading your second round pick, you say we're okay with waiting until late day 3, late day 2 to make our next pick, unless we want to trade up again. I don't think we will. I think we will wait until 101, the pick we got from the Rams, but that means that you're comfortable with the two guys you just picked to give up that second round pick. And with the 26th pick, we picked up James Pierce Jr., 19 and a half sacks, 30 tackles for losses in notably less games than Jalen Walker. He had better stats. He's 6'5", 243. He ran a 4.47 40-yard dash. That was the fastest time for a D lineman or an edge rusher. However, he does have some off the field issues. He has some character issues. From what I saw in my brief Google research, he had issues with his maturity and his coachability. He saw some people say that he wasn't going to be able to be coached at this level. And then he also had an off-field incident in 2023 where he was arrested for speeding, driving with a suspended license, failure to present insurance, registration not properly displayed, and improper window tinting. I think that the arrest I can live with. I can live with him being arrested for speeding. He was going, I think, 63 to 35, which is unacceptable at that point. But I can live with that. I can live with the speeding. I can live with him being arrested with all of this stuff. Suspended license means he had been pulled over before. But I can live with this a little bit, right? I feel like if the Falcons actually truly believed that he wasn't going to be coachable or his maturity wasn't up there, they wouldn't have traded so much to go up and get him. So I feel like the Falcons believe that he is coachable, that he's mature enough to be coached at this level, and he's mature enough to continue to thrive in the NFL. That's all of our first round draft picks. That's all we have from day one. Day 2, we only have one pick. We have pick 101. As of right now, we don't know what's going to happen later tonight. The draft does start tonight at 7 p.m. I'm not streaming it. I'm not watching it. We In day 3 on Saturday, we do have round 4 pick 118, and then we have round 7 pick 218. So we do have a little bit to wait until we get to see the Falcons making the draft pick. But come Sunday, the draft will be finalized, and I will be here recapping the entire Falcons draft class for you guys. So thank you guys for watching episode 27 State of the Game podcast. I'll see you guys Sunday with another episode. Peace.